Hello everyone, it's Lisa from Jane August Nails and welcome back to my channel. Let's jump right into this wood grain Christmas nail art. So I've already prepped my tips and added a coat of base coat, and now I'm coming in with Mocha Series color number 1 from the Missy gel polish brand. I rave about this brand all the time, guys. I picked it up from AliExpress. So I'm going to be applying 2 coats on all of these tips, and I'll be curing for 30 seconds in between coats. So this is what you're really here for, right? How we accomplish the wood grain. So first of all, I'm taking Mocha Series number 1, dabbing blobs on. I'm taking Mocha Series number 2, dabbing some more blobs on. And I've mixed Yellow Series number 1 along with some Model 1's 1323 white to create like an off, like white type of thing. And I'm taking my homemade ombre brush and I'm dragging across those blobs ever so gently with literally no pressure, lifting my brush off and cleaning the brush off if I need to, and I'm pulling it in different directions. I'm going up and then I'm going down. Well, those are the only 2 directions, but what I'm saying is I don't go straight from the bottom all the way to the top. And as you can see, I add colors, add more gel polish where I think it needs to be. And even the remainder, the excess that I like brushed off onto my palette, I pick it up and I add it in certain areas as well. But you're using very, very almost non-existent strokes to drag the polish upwards, and certain spots you'll allow it to be concentrated and certain spots you'll just thin it out a bit. It's really you continuing the process until you're happy with something with the design that you've got. And I'm showing you guys it here once more. All I'll say is I learned this from Nails by Jen, and I totally am going to, like, here's her channel right here, like, go and check it out. I'm always convinced that you guys get like lost on the way to other actual nail techs channels and then you bump into me, so here you go. But I definitely suggest that you head over to Nails by Jen and check out her detailed video about wood grain. But this was my take from what she did, and I'm super impressed with how it came out. And then I cure the nail for full 60 seconds. So I'm taking Mocha Series number 2 and I'm adding just a little touch of my own that's like different from what Jen did. I want to draw these lines so it looks as if we have planks of wood laid down next to each other, like you would see on any sort of wood made piece of furniture, like wood floors or the table. You'd see like planks of wood laid down next to each other, and where the 2 meet you'd see like a defining line. So that's what I wanted to do, and I cured this for 30 seconds. And now I'm applying the Missy base coat because you can imagine there's like some lumps, some bumps, some grooves, and I definitely want to level that out. So I apply this, and of course I cure it for a full 30 seconds in the lab. So next up, I'm showing you a color from Born Pretty that's called Saving Grace, as well as Model 1 Solid Cream number 13. And I've mixed them together to create the consistency as well as the color that I'm looking for, because we are going to create some leaves. Now the nail art for this leaf is very, very fun. It's not too like difficult. It's more like, I want to say, animated and wonky. Like, I love it. And I'm using my dotting tool for it because I don't want those definite lines. I don't want those very structured shapes. I want like little wobbles. I want like a little rounded edge to our leaves and here and there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using this dotting tool to disperse the color to create my shape. And because there's solid cream mixed in with gel polish, because I normally cure my gel polish for 30 seconds, I will be curing for 60 to make sure there's no bleeding when I go ahead and add my top coat. I'm super excited to be bringing some really fun nail art to you guys. I'm so excited to be doing Christmas. This is my first Christmas on my channel. I'm excited. Who's excited with me? Okay, I'm applying my Canarine matte top coat now because I want to seal this in. What I would advise you do is apply the top coat after you've done what I'm doing right now, which is adding Saving Grace to your leaves to create the veins of the leaves. because I ended up having to apply matte top coat again, and this just adds like thickness to the nail, so you don't want to do that. But again, you know, guys, I was winging this. This was an idea, and I was making it up as I go. So there you go. So that's the only thing I would do. So as you can see, I matte top coated it. Now this color here, this is 1343 from Model 1, beautiful red. Added just a touch of 1348 black to darken it up a bit, because we are creating little berries on our holly, right? Just dotting tool. Again, I tell you what, I love using my dotting tool for art. It's super easy. If I can draw everything with my dotting tool, I would do it. So just make it easy on yourself. If you're doing like rounded shapes or something like that, just bust out your dotting tool. Do it. Now I have a remainder of that same like off-white that I created, so I'm just using it to create a little shine of light on those berries, and I use my dotting tool to disperse those very nicely. Now, here is the primary reason I created that off-white. It's because we're going to be doing these beautiful flowers. I don't know what they're called. You know, those Christmas flowers? I don't know. Sound off in the comments. Remind me what they're called. I'm doing the voiceover, so I am not going to Google it right now. No, because then the voiceover is going to get screwed up. Someone's going to make noise because I got 3 kids and a husband. And of course, they just can't help but make noise. Anyway, I created that massive dot in the center. And I'm using my small detail brush, and I'm pulling those lines from the center, connecting them at the tip. And again, I'm not trying to get definitely clean, crisp lines. This nail art is supposed to be kind of wonky, kind of whimsical on the fun side. I will say that I got the idea from a Michaels paper book. Do you know those backdrops that Celia's Nail Tales is always raving about? And so everyone has one and I have one. Yeah, I just flipped through it. Anything can be a good source of, you know, creativity, inspiration for nail art. So I filled that flower in, and I do a full cure of 60 seconds just to make sure it's all cured and all set. And now, oh, actually, no, I don't cure it, because I'm taking this really fine white glitter, if you can really call it white, and I'm just adding it to the very tips of those flowers just to create some texture. Yeah, I didn't cure this, and then I cure it for a full 60 seconds to secure that glitter in place. A little sugaring. What is Christmas without sugaring? What is nail art without sugaring, if I'm really being honest? Okay, so I'm taking Mocha Series. This would be number 5 or 6. It tends to get darker toward, you know, as the numbers get greater. And I'm taking these dots, creating them, and then again with my one detail brush, I'm pulling lines from the dots. And these would be, you know, those little, like, I don't know what they're called in the flower. They're just, you know, the things that hold the pollen, right? The little stems in the center that hold the pollen and like add a little pop of color to flower. You guys know what I'm talking about. Gosh, I'm busting my brains, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So again, super whimsical. Ordinarily, they would connect, and that would make for beautiful nail art, but they don't connect on mine. And I still think they make for beautiful nail art. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. I was super pleased with how this turned out. And also, you know, while you're at it, let me know if you hung a few of these flowers around your house, on your tree. They're a big deal. They show up on people's front porches, everywhere. So I am using my dotting tool to apply top coat to those little berries as well as to the center of the flower, being careful of touching that glitter. And because it's top coating time, it marks the end of the video. So what am I going to do? I'm going to thank you for watching. And I'm also going to remind you to like, share, comment. Do consider subscribing, because I would love it if you would. Follow me on social media. I appreciate those, those extra follows that come from YouTube, the YouTube Nation. Thank you, fam. Also look forward to the product list below, as well as a video and picture of the finished product. Promise to see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.